the geospatial revolution.
In a world where everybody's texting, geospatial technology is critical to understanding what's happening at a particular location.
It's the speed of the internet. It's the capability of remote sensing satellites. It's software like Google Earth. Taken all together, you have an explosion in the way we view the Earth.
Everybody's somewhere, everything's someplace, and a map is a way of organizing all of that information.
It's information from aircraft, from satellites. It can be collection of information from a tower that you've set up.
We've been using maps for hundreds and hundreds of years to know where we are. Now that nice lady tells me which way to turn.
Turn right, then turn left.
Virtually all of the information that you're sharing with anybody these days has some kind of geospatial tag on it.
It's really the human element. There's basically this entire information ecosystem that we have access to now.
I can receive information, I can transmit information, I can broadcast my location, and that is revolutionary.
It's amazing. It's cutting edge. It's, well, changing the world.
We rely on satellites for pictures of the Earth, for communications, for navigation, for weather. Geospatial technology has become woven throughout the fabric of how we live.
We've got really rich interfaces that allow us to do things that we would only imagine previously.
On a mobile device, you are the center of the map, and the city is around you. Not you see a city and look for yourself on the map. It's putting you in the map.
We're moving away from me having to actively search for something to now search is telling me what I should check out that might be interesting to me. These are the things where location and search start to come together.
Geospatial technology allows us to turn data into knowledge. When you have 60,000 drivers, if I can just reduce 1 mile per driver per day, that's more than 20 million miles a year. That's tires that aren't being wasted. That's 2 million gallons of fuel. That's 20,000 metric tons of carbon not going into the air. If I can just save 1 mile. We spend about $1 billion a year on technology to make that happen.
In an average day, I will do 115 to 125 stops. I'll travel probably anywhere from 120 to 140 miles, depending on the route of that day.
Some packages have to be delivered by 8:30, some by 10:30, some by noon, pickups in the afternoon, and then some special things for customers. So our mathematicians or our operations researchers, by using the data from the geospatial technologies, use analytics and create algorithms to take this huge amount of alternatives and turn that into the route that's the best for today.
Have a good day, people. Telematics yesterday, phenomenal results. We had a one seatbelt event yesterday.
Telematics helps me communicate with my workforce.
Of 14 bags per driver.
I have real physical data that I can give back to them that we can use for improvement in the operation.
We put sensors on a vehicle to tell us if the vehicle's backing, if the driver's seatbelt's off, if they shut the door behind them.
The biggest thing is the safety perspective.
The world changed around us, so we took all that information that's in people's heads and we put it in computer systems. And we put it all on a map. We've moved from being a trucking company that has technology to a technology company that just happens to have trucks.
More than half the world's population is now urban. Geographic information and maps are helping city governments become more democratic and participatory.
Portland has invested in geospatial technologies because it saves us money, it improves our services, our relationship with the people that we're here to serve.
What do we want the city to look like in 25 to 50 years? There's an awful lot of analysis. You have to address economic development, you have to address housing, you have to address environmental issues, etc. We couldn't do any of this without GIS. For the first time, we have a 3D building model for the whole city. The city has set a goal that 90% of all Portlanders will live within walking distance of most of the things they need by 2025. It's really resonated with the public, so we did a statistical analysis of the areas that are not 20-minute neighborhoods. They don't have any sidewalks, or the terrain is too steep, or there's no transit here, or there's no grocery store. So there's all sorts of things that we can answer now because we can overlay all of this data one on top of the other.
I think our investments improve the way that we perform our work as a city government. It just makes good business sense.